then I can upload it. All right, so we are recording. So good Monday morning. My name is Ivy. I'm a 4K leader. I've been with this company since March of this year. So y'all bear with me. I've not led a work with me in a very long time, but I wrote down my notes because I get sidetracked, and so I don't want this to be too long, so I went ahead and I kind of timed it out. So we're going to do about 15 minutes on Instagram, 15 minutes on Facebook. So if you are new, welcome. We are so glad you're here, and let's get started. What these are good for is to help you develop a type of I'm sorry, my dog is eating something. Quit. Okay, sorry. If it's not my dog, it's my kids. All right, so got somebody in the waiting room. So what we do these for is to help you develop a good routine on your IPAs. If you don't know what IPAs are, those are your income producing activities. Those are what we do every day to build our network, to build our connections with potentials, and all that good jazz, okay? All righty, so first thing, I've got us down for Instagram first. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Normally we start on Facebook, but I like Instagram. It's becoming my jam. So me personally, I'm starting on it first. So if you guys have not done your stories yet, let's work on that. Just a little thing that I did personally today. I chose a product to talk about in my story because normally we talk about the same things. We talk about the opportunity. We talk about how good we feel. We talk about, the money, the income, the things like that. So today I switched it up myself, and I thought it was a really good idea to choose a product. You could choose the shakes, you could choose Sculpt, whatever, but I chose a picture of me pointing to my DFT. I explained what the DFT was. I talked about how it works. And then at the end, I talked about the opportunity. So let's give about 2 minutes. If you've not posted to your story right now, would be a good time to take a boomerang of us doing this because we want to show community as well. So let's take a couple of minutes to work on that, and then we will move on to the next thing. All right, so let's see. Next thing we're going to do is clean out our feed. And what this means is, so when you are on your Instagram feed, if you're seeing a lot of your Thrive sisters, we love you guys, but that hinders us from seeing people who are non-Thrivers. So what we're going to do is you can either click the 3 dots and it'll say mute. You can click that. It'll say mute post, where it's just the post as you're scrolling, or you can do post and story. So that's completely up to you. I usually will do both of them. There are very few that I keep on there. Like, I don't want to have an overload of my Thrive sisters. I don't want to have an overload of other people and other companies, because I do support other companies. But if I already have one person, like say I use Monet, so I'm not going to have 10 people who sell Monet because I already know the product. I already have my Monet girl, if that makes sense. So we're going to take like 2 minutes to clean that out, and then we'll move into our interactions. And I'm sorry, I'm not having any music to play for you guys. I know it's kind of boring, just being quiet. Jordan usually plays her jazz music, but I don't even have any speakers or anything. I had some, but I can't find them. So, all right, just a couple of minutes, and we're gonna clean up our feed. Hey, Natalie, we are on Instagram and we are just cleaning up the news feed, muting posts, muting stories. A lot of, if you have too many Thrive sisters or too many other people who promote other products, that's all we're working on right now, is just cleaning that up. We'll do that for another minute since you're just hopping on. Okay, so now we are going to move on to interactions. My goal for everybody today is choose 5 people to interact with. Just because I normally don't choose a number, and so it doesn't really benefit me, because if I just do 2 people, I'm like, I did 2 interactions, I'm done. So I'm telling myself, telling you guys, let's do 5 people to interact with. Now, what I mean by that, you want to choose somebody who you can relate to and you want to be genuine. So, for example, I'm a boy mom, so I more than likely always comment on somebody who has boys, just because we share that in common. And I always comment something, they can relate to. Like if it's a funny post, I'll talk about something funny my kids did, or say, oh my gosh, I understand, I'm a boy mom too, something along those lines. We will take about 5 minutes on this, just because I want you guys to really be genuine. Don't just comment emojis, don't just like their posts, although that is an interaction. We want to really build that foundation for them to want to know more about us and show that we are truly interested in them, so they become interested in us as well. So we're going to take about 5 minutes to do that, give or take. And if you guys have any questions, y'all drop them over here in the chat and I'll address them, help you guys out as much as I can. Haley, we are just doing interactions. I told everybody to just choose like 5 people. They can be new, or you can go into your least interacted and see who you've not interacted with in a while. 5 people, be genuine, just build that connection up. That's what we're working on right now. Alrighty, so now we are going to go back into our least interacted as well, and clean those out. I actually did mine this morning because I woke up pretty early. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on your following, and it'll show right there, it'll say least interacted with. You're going to click that and you're going to go through, because a lot of mine, some of mine that showed up that was least interacted with, because they were old profiles. Like, they were profiles they hadn't made a post since like 2013, 2015, things like that. So we want to clear those out, because those are just basically like junk. They're just kind of sitting there. And we're going to take about 2 minutes to go through and clean some of those out. You can go back later today and clean out the rest of them. So we're going to take about 1 to 2 minutes to clean this up a little bit, okay? Hey Starla, I don't know how long you were there, but what we're doing is we're cleaning out our least interacted on Instagram. You'll click your profile and then you'll click your followers or who you're following, and then it'll give you that option of least interacted and most shown in feed. Click your least interacted. We're going to work about another minute since you're just hopping on to clean those out. So Natalie, I don't really recommend a certain number. Um, Basically, I do this daily where I just go through and clean out. If it's people like, I get a lot of sugar daddies that hop on my thing, and so, and sugar mamas, let me just say that too. So, let me just say, if I see a lot of those, I'm unfollowing as many of those as I can and blocking them because I don't want them coming back to me. So I really don't think Instagram works the same way that Facebook does. Their algorithms are completely different. So I don't think that they'll put you in a jail. LOL. I don't think they'll put you in a jail for unfollowing. Now, I do know if you do a lot of copy and pasting, like messages, say you're messaging people, you copy and paste and you send the same thing to multiple people, that will end you up in Instagram jail. And posting things against their compliance stuff that they have, which I know nobody does that. It's like, vulgar things, things about bullying, things like that will end you in there. But as far as unfollowing, I personally just unfollow as I see fit, no number to it. Okay, so next thing we're going to go to, as you're still in your following section, I want you to click at the very top. It says sort by default. I want you to click where it says hashtags. I want you guys to add some hashtags for you to follow. This is really great for growing your network. Um, find things that, go with your fives. Your fives are what makes you you outside of Thrive. So I have actually created my own hashtag, and I was going to talk a little bit on that. Um, Something I just came up with to put all of my posts about the business in one spot. So mine are my hashtag is hashtag thriving with Ivy and Grace. So a lot of people know that they can click that and see inspiration from me. Um, Oh, Starla, it's okay. I hadn't even checked it yet. You're good. Um, we got two more hopping on. But I want you guys to go on and add you some things that you want to follow. That way you can see. You love my hashtag. Thank you. That way you can just see how many more people you can connect to. If there's not one that you see there, you can actually hit the search button and type in, it'll say tags or whatever. You can search tags. You'll click in the little search bar and then it'll say top accounts, tags, and places. You can type in tags. You can literally type in whatever you want and it'll tell you how many posts are there. You don't want one that has a big, huge number. Like if it's over 1 million, you probably don't want that one. You want to do smaller groups because that's going to connect you to more people. If you have those larger groups, you're probably just going to get overlooked, if that makes sense. So we're going to take about a minute or so to add some hashtags to our thing. That way we can have a bigger audience. And those hashtags that you create, you can also add those to your post and it'll pop you in with those. So like if you share something inspirational and say your hashtag you chose was inspirational quotes, whatever, whenever you make your post, you put that at the bottom of it and it's going to automatically put you there. Now you guys might have a problem just because with this election going on, I literally just clicked on a new one. It said all hashtags are blocked because of election. So if that's an issue, we'll come back to this later. Okay, so yeah, I don't think it's going to let us do any of those. So we'll just, y'all keep that in your mind, write it down so you can go back to it later. How do you add them stored? Sorry, I'm high functional autistic. I'm trying to keep. No, girl. So when you add them, what you'll do is you click your following, and you should see a little thing. I don't know if you can see this, probably not, but you should see a thing. It's in big red. It says hashtags. And if you click that, it'll give you like a popular list, like generated. And you can just click follow, and that'll like give you pretty much all those. But right now we're having an issue. Like I'm trying to, for example, I love food, so there's one that's catching my eye about food, and I'm trying to click it, and it's telling me it's blocked. So if you guys write that down, that's a good thing to go through. Once all this election stuff is over, they don't want anything persuading that. So if y'all write that down, you can go back to it later. And the last thing we're going to do in Instagram is our good quality post. So I have a lot of people ask me, how many times should I post a day? It's not about how many times you post, it's about the quality of the post. So we want quality over quantity, okay? So what you want to do is today, what I did, because it's Monday, it's the start of a new week. This weekend I really grew my network. I added a lot of new friends. I made a introductory post. What I did was I talked about who I am. I'm a boy mom. I like psychology. We hunt and fish. I talked about I value people who are positive. I value people with the same mindset as me. And then at the end, I said, please click my link in my bio to follow me on Instagram. So I have a link tree. It is free. I highly suggest you guys to use this because every new person that I've gotten have been from my Instagram. They click that, it pops up my Facebook. They'll click that and add me as a friend. So that's growing my network on both platforms. And so that's what my post was today. It's a good quality post, talked about who I was a pretty picture. Now, you guys don't have to do that. I personally choose to get dressed up just because that's me. I love makeup. I like doing my hair. I like feeling myself. But that's not saying that all you guys have to do that, okay? That is completely my personal choice. Katie Coberlin, or however you say her last name, I have the hardest time saying her name. She will tell you first up, she's not about the pretty pictures. She's not about, making sure she looks perfect. That's completely fine. I do, just because that's just my personal preference. So let's work on that for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to go to, I have a milkshake that has my links plus websites. A milkshake? What is that? Is that like it's like yeah, please explain. I ain't never even heard of that. Like ever. Had never heard of that. Gotcha. So the link tree, you just go online, go to Google, type in link tree because it's actually typed really weird. Actually, let me just tell you how it's typed. So it's like LIN. Here, let me type it down here, y'all. I be struggling sometimes. This is what it looks like when you go type that in Google. It'll pull you up to their site. Okay, I'll look at your profile. But when you go to like the Linktree website, what it does is you put in your information, what your name is, all that stuff, and then you can add your link. So like when you go, if everybody goes to my profile on Instagram, if you click my Linktree, it pulls you up to this. It's got a picture of me, has my username, and it says Shop Thrive, which is my website for potentials. If they want to go on there, they're welcome to look at it. Let's Be Friends, that's for my Facebook for them to add me as a friend. And then I have my own little group for my personal customers where I do giveaways, promos, and things like that of my own on Facebook that they can join that as well. But you can put as many stuff on there. I have a lot of people who put like meal plans on there, workouts on there, all kinds of stuff. But to me, this has been really good, and it's really helped me build my network. Also, while everybody's working on their quality post real quick, something I have done, I have been watching a lot of seminars over algorithms for Facebook and Instagram. Because we are small business owners, this is completely your choice, but it's something I've done, and I'm going to tell you what it did. I changed my name. I told you what my hashtag was. It was Thriving with Ivy and Grace. Because, and a lot of people ask, what is the reason behind why did you choose that? Well, because I'm thriving. My name is Ivy, and I live on a whole lot of grace. So I just kind of put all that junk together, and there you go. So what I did was, my name used to be like my handle on Instagram used to just be Ivy Caroline, because I'm in the South. We live by double Southern names down here. So everybody knows me as Ivy Caroline. So it was my name, Ivy Caroline, and then the last letter of my last, or the first letter of my last name. But I changed it because in the algorithm of Instagram, if you have an account that is based off of like a business account, you want your name, your handle, to be listed as what your business is. So a lot of people who've been following me the last 8 months know that Thriving with Ivy and Grace, that's my business. So that's what I changed my handle to. I made it real cute. I went on Google, looked up a cute idea other than just typing it to make it stand out. And they even have generators where you can type whatever you want, and it'll put everything together in a format for you that's cute. You get to choose it. Something super easy. When I did that yesterday, some of my reels, like one of my reels, went up to almost 3,000 views just by changing my handle. And I thought that blew my mind. I was like, oh my gosh. So that is something that'll get you seen out there as well if you do have that business Instagram. All right, let's get finished up on our post. And we're going to head on over to the good old Facebook. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm Hot Mess Express. I'm all over the place. Your post too. I had somebody ask me, handle, is that your Insta name? Yes, that is your Instagram name. That is what they type when they put at something. That is your handle. Something I forgot to mention about a good quality post. How to make it good quality. You want to inspire somebody. You want to add value. What that value would be is, for example, everybody has a problem. If you share a solution to a problem that somebody might have, you don't necessarily have to know what that problem is. But if you feel like it's a solution to a problem, people are going to be attracted to that. You want to share a how to. The other day, I shared a how to curl your hair in less than 5 minutes. So many people blew me up on that. It's just little things like that. That's what adds quality to your post, something that can help them, inspire them, add value to their life, things like that. All right. Now on over to Facebook. So same thing here. We are going to start with our stories. If you've not added to your Facebook story, go ahead and do so. Share our community that we're doing a Zoom this morning. And we're only going to take about 2 minutes for that. Yeah, totally. You don't have to change it. It was just a something I found that's worked for me. Like, you have a lot of followers, so don't change yours because apparently everybody, like you said, everybody knows you. Not a lot of people were knowing me just by my name. They know me by my business and my group. So yeah, it's completely optional. I just was throwing that out there because I did notice a difference in my insights and interactions once I did change mine. After we add to our story, let's go ahead and do some like interactions in our stories. Comment back, send them messages while we're in there. And then same thing with muting here. If you're seeing a lot of your sideline sisters, we love you guys, but we want to see people who are non-thrivers versus the people who are thriving. We know each other. We know we're thriving every day. We know what we're doing. So all you do is click those little dots in the top. It'll say mute so and so story. You just click that, and another thing will say you won't be able to see updates until you change it. You can always go back in and unmute somebody. So let's go ahead and do that for just a couple of minutes. All right. So now we're going to go into our interactions. Again, 5 people. How I want you to do this, you're going to click your friends, then you're going to click all friends, and then there's in blue, it says sort. Click sort, go to your newest friends, pick 5 of those newest friends. If they are somebody that can relate to you in any way, interact with them, be genuine. Again, don't just comment emojis. People want to feel a real connection other than a lot of smiley faces, a lot of hearts, a lot of kissy faces. They want you to be genuine with them, and they will be genuine back to you. We will take, let's see, 3 minutes for this. So Amanda, when you're on your link tree, what you'll do is you will, hold on, let me look how I have it topped up actually. And you're fine, it's completely fine. I'm pretty sure you just type like Instagram.com / and then whatever your handle is. I'm pretty sure that's how it is, but let me double check on my end because I don't want to tell you wrong. Okay, yeah. So if you're adding your Instagram to it, you just type in, www.instagram.com / whatever your handle is, and you're going to do that the same thing for your Facebook. Now, if you don't know where your Facebook little name is, give me just a second, cause all right, so when you're on your Facebook and you want to find out what your link is for that, you're going to go to your actual profile, click the dots right there, and it'll say your profile link at the very bottom. That's just what you'll add to your link tree. So that way it'll directly, as soon as they click that on link tree, it'll pull them up right here to your thing, and it'll give them the option to follow you, add you as a friend, things like that. Does that help, Amanda? So is everybody good with their interactions with their 5 people? Okay, so we're almost done. We only got like 2 more things to do on Facebook. Next, we're going to clean up our feed. Same thing as our stories. If you're seeing a lot of people on your news feed, you want to go to your most recents. If you don't know how to get there, normally if you click when you're on your home page, if you click the 3 lines, it'll have them there. If you have an iPhone, they did do an update. So you'll have to scroll down just a little. So say you're at the top, it's asking what's on your mind. Scroll down just a little bit and a new little thing will pop up and it'll say home, favorites, recents. You're going to click that recent tab and that's going to show you all of your newest posts first. So like I said, if you're seeing a lot of sideline sisters, we love you. No, no. They smell like they're clean. Open that thing. I don't think they are. Well, can you just open the thing and see? Sorry. If you're seeing a lot of sideline sisters, you're just going to click the dots beside their name and click unfollow. That is not getting rid of them from your friends list. That's just making it to where you have more ability to see people who are non-thrivers. So let's just take a few minutes on that. And then we have 2 more things and we'll be done. Yes, sure. So if your phone hadn't updated, it might still be if you click. See, we had this issue over the weekend. Some people couldn't find their most recents. So if you're on your actual home, you click the little house. If you have the three little dots on your furthest right hand side, click that and it gives you another drop down list. Sometimes it'll show up here. You just kind of have to scroll and see. If you don't see it, you can click the see more button and it would say most recent. That's just going to give you, like I said, your most recent feed. If you don't see it there by chance and you do have an iPhone and it's recently updated, you're back on your home. You're going to scroll down just a little bit. And when you do, you see at the top right here, it just popped up home, favorites, recent. You'll click recent, and these are going to be all of your most recent posts. Now, those are the two options of where it could be. They're always changing things. If it's not and you're still having trouble, try YouTube or Google. That's the only thing I know to tell you. I learned everything from YouTube and Google. All right, so now we're going to move into our birthdays. Does everybody know where to find your birthdays for today at? Because they always change this too. So when you are on, again, when you're on your home, click the search button and just type in birthdays and it will say upcoming birthdays. It will give you everybody's birthday that is today, and it will give you everybody's birthday that was yesterday and everybody's birthday that was Saturday as well. So if you didn't do any birthdays, let's catch up on that. I like to send messages unless it's a man. Everybody laughs at me when I say this, but I'm going to preach it till I'm blue in the face. I'm not hopping in no man's inbox. I don't care how much of a friend he is to me. I don't need no wifey's coming at me saying, why you in my man's inbox telling him happy birthday? So I just put theirs on their timeline, but all the women, I always comment or send them a message and say, I hope you have a wonderful birthday with like a little heart emoji, something, something personable, something genuine, really wishing them a happy birthday, because everybody knows when it's your birthday, you feel like you need the attention because it's your day. So we want to do that and make people feel loved, wanted, and let them know that they do matter and that, we hope they have a good day for themselves. So we'll take a few minutes for that. I'm going to wait till we get done because it looks like I have over 20 people's birthdays today. So I will wait till yesterday I only had like 2 people. Today I've got a whole slew of them. So I'm going to wait till we get off and I'll go back and do my birthdays because there's a lot. And I get sidetracked. If y'all can't tell, I got squirrel brain. And once you finish your birthdays, the last thing we're going to do, the same thing we did on Instagram, is our one good quality post. Now, I did the exact same thing on my Facebook as I did Instagram, an introductory post. Hey, I have a lot of new friends. Let me tell you who I am. Talked about who I was. It was the exact same thing, but at the end of it, I said, please share your Instagram handle. Let's follow each other there, instead of it being, follow me on Facebook. This one's follow me on Instagram. Let's grow that network again. I did not use the same picture. I used different pictures. So on my Facebook, same post, different picture. Instagram, same post, different picture. And then that'll be the rest of this work with me. If anybody has any additional questions you want to go over, let me know. We can chat about them. If not, I hope that this was helpful for some of you, especially our newbies. It's hard developing a routine at first, but once you find out what works for you, just because we did this a certain way today does not mean this is how you do it every single day, okay? This just gives you an idea to grasp the concept of what it is that we do daily. You don't have to be on your phone all the time. I do mine in sections, like my morning IPAs. I take usually about 30 to 45 minutes, do those. Then I'll set my phone down, do something productive around the house, like if I need to wash dishes, clothes, all that good stuff, do that. I add to my story throughout the day. Just like to show people I'm a real person. I mean, they don't want us to look like we are just going by script 24/7. I incorporate my life in my stories every single day. If I do wash the dishes, I'll post a picture of the dishes before I wash them and after, just to show them I really did my dishes. Things like that. So I really hope, y'all, thank you. Definitely different than the rest. Well, I try to, be broad and doing things differently a little bit, just because sometimes I know these are very repetitive. And that's okay, because repetitive teaches routine. Repetitive, helps build you in that, strong structure you need for your business. But if anybody has any other questions, you guys are welcome to message me. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful Monday. Let us, kick this week's ass. That's what I said this morning. Let's kick ass this week. Eat too much food on Thursday, complain about it, pop us a treat meal, then start kicking ass again. All right. So everybody have a wonderful day today. I'll see you guys later.